Hey guys, it's Lacey. Thanks for joining me tonight for my video. Hopefully, this will be the last take. I don't like editing. I don't have a lot of time, so it's usually a one take and upload. I don't even have time to trim. So I wanted to talk about the Kevin Hart situation. It inspired me to make a point, which is why I'm talking about it. Because I was actually going to do a video on something else after I watched The Arrow, which I still might do, given the time and if I'm not uh, too faded because I'm drinking. So I've got myself a glass of Franzia Rosé from the box. It's wonderful. It's under $20 and it's about 5 or 6 bottles of wine. It's great. It'll last you a while. You know, if you're lightweight like me, when it comes to wines, I feel like I'm a heavyweight, but I'm really not. Anyways, I digress. Let's talk about Kevin Hart. The TLDR is that he said a bunch of crap that he shouldn't have said a long time ago, and then he explained himself for that bunch of crap and uh, addressed it. And then nowadays, people still want him to apologize, and they don't give a crap about what his explanation was. And he ended up recusing himself from the Oscars, and after refusing to apologize, he apologized, which I'm not too cool with. That's actually going to be my first point that I'm going to hit. Dude, if you're going to if you don't want to apologize for something, if you truly, truly believe that you're not in the wrong, don't apologize. And if you think you might be in the wrong, don't say you're not going to apologize, because then when you apologize, people like me will look at you with a lot less respect than we did the day before. But my other point is, so this is from, I'm going to link this video down so you can see which one I watch. But it's actually, I watch the Philip DeFranco show every day pretty much, if I have time. And it's a wonderful show. Philly D is awesome. I have been a loyal subscriber and fan since I think since my oldest was 2, which would make it 11 years. But he's that awesome. I was with him when he was promoting Kate Upton, if you can believe it, when she was an Instagram model, and he was just like, look at her, which was before he married his current wife. LOL, see how much I know? Not that much. Anyways, um, so where I saw what inspired me was on his channel or whatever, and it's actually some of the, I didn't watch the full videos that Kevin Hart gave about that, but this is his videos that was put on the news channel I was watching. If you don't think that people can't change and evolve as they grow, I don't know what to tell you. You should be putting people in a position where they always have to be explaining the past. So I agree with him. I do. People can change, people evolve, and I believe it's every 7 years that your personality is actually completely different from the personality you had 7 years prior. That's what I was taught growing up. It could be wrong because I've changed. I know that temperament is inherent and is actually biological and passed from your parent, but other personality quirks and stuff, not so much. And people can change. You don't leave, your temperament, but you can combat your temperament, and you can change on other things like how you interpret your religious beliefs, how you interpret your social beliefs, how you interpret your political beliefs. All those things can change. And if you don't think they do and you voted for Hillary Clinton, you are not an ally to gay people. Because if people don't change, then she doesn't really support gay marriage, and you should have voted for Donald Trump the whole time. That's all I have to say about people who don't think that you can evolve and change. Anyways, that's actually not what I can say. What my point was, what I found, what struck me, the thought that I had is that it's actually really, really ridiculous to hold people accountable for mistakes in the past that they made that didn't actually hurt anyone. Words don't actually hurt you. Okay? And like they might hurt your feelings and they might hurt your pride, but they do not physically damage you. And the only person who is in control of your pride and your feelings is you. So when words hurt you, that is because you are allowing them to hurt you. And take this from somebody who was a victim of bullying throughout most of her childhood. Okay? Words are nothing. They don't hurt. If you know the truth, what everybody else says, it's not an issue because you know the truth. This has been my motto. I know what's right. Fuck everybody else. What makes me angry is when people believe the lies. I'm one of those people where if it's true and you're like trying to do a negative spin on it, I don't care. I'm like, well, I did that. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what they're going to say. I don't care what they're going to say about it. I know who I am now and in the moment, and I am what I am. When I have friends who believe the bullshit, that's what upsets me because they know me. But for the most part, when it's outside people talking their smack, whatever, I don't care. I don't apologize for the things that I say. If I believe them, if they're true, I do evolve as a person and end up apologizing for things that I might have said. There's very few things that I've actually that might have offended people on the left that I've apologized for. There's a lot of things that I regret promoting as saying that are leftist things. That's what I'll say. So you do grow and change. People do grow and change, and you can't hold people responsible or accountable for things that they've addressed, that they've explained 5 years ago, 3, 2, 1, whatever. And we've moved on, and now you're bringing the issue up again. It's not like he was your dude and he cheated on you while you were married for 10 years and you were pregnant with his twins. That's not what he did. He didn't physically cut you. He didn't physically harm you. Those words only hurt your feelings and your sensibilities, and you're the person who allows them to haunt you, not him. He said he was sorry. He said he don't mean it like that. Now he's saying sorry. Before he said he didn't mean it like that, like how you're taking, which is good because I took those things to mean the same. I took those things to mean the same. You don't break your children's toys because you don't break a dollhouse because your son is playing with dolls. That's some fucked up shit. Like, that's messed up. Like, if my husband did that, I'd look at him, why the fuck are you doing that? There's nothing wrong with him playing with dolls. Dads have children. They hold babies. They play with babies. There's absolutely nothing wrong with sons playing with dolls. It means literally nothing except for that they're playing with dolls. You'd want them to do that to the best of their ability too, because it also mirrors how they view their siblings is how they play with dolls. How they view their home is how they play with dolls. You want to see how your sons are playing with their dolls because you want to see how they're interpreting your household, so that you can fix the problems in your household, not to address them with your son, but to fix the issues that you see him presenting with his dolls. You fix those issues in the household amongst yourself. That's a really good way. That's the way I watch when my children play pretend with dolls, because that is a really good way to know where you're succeeding in the home and where you're not, where you're failing, and I really did. That's the kind of thing. It did make me bristle, as this other tweeter said, who defended the Sarah Silverman, Amy Schumer, and Chelsea Handler tweets. Greg Hogg, something about being an ally gives you the right to use the fag word. No, it doesn't. No, the fuck it doesn't. That is such a slur. That's a slur for anybody that I hate. You don't even have to be gay for me to use the fag word. And that's what I call it, because if I say the F word, you're going to think I'm saying F-U and the other two letters. I'm trying not to super cuss on here. But anyways, just saying, no, I'm sorry. They shouldn't have said the fag word unless they really meant it, and they need to explain themselves if they did. Because honestly, like I get road rage, and I will call somebody who don't use their linker a fucking faggot. It has nothing to do with them being gay, and I understand why gay people bristle at the fag word. I do, okay? But I think if you're going to hold Kevin Hart to the tweets that he tweeted years and years ago, you should hold Chelsea Handler, Sarah Silverman, and Amy Schumer to the same standards, okay? Because I highly doubt that Kevin Hart is not an ally. Like, he seems like an ally. Out of all of the stuff that I've seen, he seems like an ally. And like he wouldn't hate gay people. Like, he wouldn't hate gay people, And no, I'm not trying to say I'm an ally or anything. I'm not affiliated with LGBT. And if you want to declare me not an ally, you can. If you want to declare me ally, you can. And if you really, really feel like it, you hit me up. Like, put it in the comments. Ask me how I really feel about gay people, because I'm not talking about that right now. And I'll answer. I have no problem explaining myself. I want people to ask me to explain myself, because I am one of those people who just says some dumb shit. And then later people are like, hey, can you extrapolate on what you said the other day? And I'm like, okay, so this is what I meant. And then they say, oh, okay, cool, because this is what I thought you meant, but okay, I see what you mean. I understand. And that's why right here, I'll find it. Boom, baby. Fuck politics, only truth. If you're going to let words hurt you, if you're going to let reality hurt you, that's seriously on you. You cannot expect other people to cater to your every whim and whimsy in your imagination fairyland of sticks and stones may break my bones, and words also do it to me. That's not real life, friend. That's not real life. So, you know what, Nick Cannon? You're a fucking boss. Love you. And Kevin Hart, I'm really sad to see that you caved. I would have been like, fuck my contracts. Fuck the studio. Fuck the Oscars. Fuck them all. I ain't apologizing for some shit I already extrapolated on and explained myself, and, just whatever. I don't, it's all just so much. It's snafu. It's hella snafu. This is hella snafu. Situation normal, all effed up. Yep. Okay, I remember, because we don't use that term anymore. This is all snafu. All of it. Except for Nick Cannon, dude. You're a boss. You're a boss, homie. I love it. I don't have the time to do that. I will do that. God, he's got time on his hands. But yeah, point for this. Point. Okay. If someone has made mistakes in the past and they have explained themselves, if their explanation is worthy of your forgiveness, forgive them and move on, man. If it's not, hold it against them all the time, not just when you see them start to succeed. You hate on them all the time. I hate on everybody all the time that I don't like. Like, hate on them all the time. You're just a hater when you go, 2 or 3 years, one to three, when you go a long ass time between making a comment about a situation, and then you see him start to succeed and you get all hot and jealous and hateful. That's what that feels like to me. I'm not defending his tweets. I think his tweet was fucked up. And I think, there really needs to be a conversation about gender characteristics and children and all that shit. But nobody wants to make it. I think Dr. Jordan Peterson said, we're so immature. And this was about a different conversation. But I really think, even when it comes to the gender quote unquote debate, we're very immature about it. If you're going to get so hot and bothered, you can't even try to listen to the other side, then you're immature. You're immature. If you can't get beyond your emotions, you're immature. Okay? There are things, reality is painful. And you know what? In our society, reality is mostly emotionally painful. It's not physically painful for the most part. It's mostly emotionally painful. And, I'm not accountable for your emotions. I'm not accountable for how you perceive what I say or what I do. I'm not accountable for that. You are. You're accountable for your thoughts. You're accountable for your perceptions. You're accountable for everything. So, for your emotions, for how you feel about things, for how you allow people to make you feel. Get over that. Get over it. Seriously. And I'm sorry. I was the girl who was in the short skirt called a slut while dudes were fucking other bitches. And those bitches were calling me a slut while I was a virgin, okay? Get the fuck over it. You're not going to move on in your life. You're not going to be happy. You're not going to have a great life. You can't defeat things. You can't battle your demons if you can't get over simple words. If you can't get over what your perceptions tell you. You know, I mean, there's only so far your perceptions can take you. There's common sense and rationality. And those are the things that really hold me back from trying to believe people. Because I'm just like, oh, well, you did this, this, and this, and you're still doing this, and I can't, whatever. But I mean, has Kevin Hart said anything since? I don't think he has, because no one's produced. So it's just ridiculous. It's just completely ridiculous. You know, Nick Cannon and this whole snafu, you're the greatest. Hats off and cheers to you, buddy. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to watch my Arrow. I might do a video on social justice after the Arrow. I'm drinking a little bit, so I might be a little bit sloppy. But hey, chill with me tonight. You guys have a wonderful night if you're hitting the sack, and love and peace to the universe. Please send love and peace out to the universe and your families, and let's just expel the hate. Let's request rationality over emotion. And I have been able to look at really close friends of mine who do get triggered, who happen to be leftists. And I've been able to say, hey, bro, do you think that you might be reacting before you really think through what I'm saying? Do you think you might be reacting before you finish reading? Do you think you might be reacting before you even process? Because that's what it seems like, because none of what you said is what I said. And you know what? They've looked at, well, not really looked, but chatted back. They've commented back and said, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. You know how it is because I'm part of this group and I understand. Trust me, I understand. We're all part of a fucking group. We're all part of a group. And when you harangue that group, you harangue the lot of us. Even though we're part of other groups, you harangue us. So I understand what it is to get triggered and to get beyond your emotions, because I've got friends who are in that boat. But be there. Like, I'm there for you. I'm there for you. If you really feel like you're getting triggered, you want to hit somebody up, you want to say, hey, does it seem like I'm being over emotional about this, irrational? Do you think I'm just doing too much? Am I being extra? I will tell you the truth. I will ask the questions that I need to ask too, to understand the situation fully. So that's what we really need. We need a rational friend in our lives. Nick Cannon, go be friends with Kevin Hart. He needs you, buddy. He needs you to just be like, don't say sorry. Don't say sorry. Don't say sorry. Because that's what he needed. He needed somebody by his side. And hopefully he had that person. But if he don't, Nick Cannon, you need to be his friend. Y'all have a wonderful night. Get some sleep, or I'll see you later on tonight. Maybe you'll watch my video tomorrow. Love you guys. Pieces out. Send peace and love to the universe, all of your family and friends, everybody who's watching this. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking or disliking. Thank you. Just be peaceful. Just be. Just soak in the relaxation, soak in the love, and just be. We all need to love each other. And when you get angry like that, when you get angry like that, you just need to pause, hold your breath, remember the love. Because sometimes, most of the time, people are not coming from a place of hate. We're all coming from a place of love. Thank you.